Sega is reviving 5 games of the past. This was announced at the Game Awards 2023, and I'm doing a video on it. I'm Auckland. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button, like button, also share it with your friends if you don't mind. Also, please comment, ask me a question, or comment in general. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, if you don't mind, hit the notification bell down below, and you will be notified when I go live or upload another video. If you want to become a fan of me, Auckland, then subscribe to the channel, and you will become a fan. I hope so. The 5 games of the past are that are being revived are amazing. Oh, this is so awesome of Sega doing this. Now, what I like to do is I like to talk about research about each of the stuff. Plus, I'm going to show off gameplay of each of them. Plus, we're also going to take a look at the trailer, a montage trailer that was at the Game Awards to show off all the games of how they're going to look in the coming years when they eventually are released. First game is Jet Set Radio Future. Now, currently, right now, in modern days, we have a game that's out that's called Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. It's basically straight up Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio did it first. It was originally released on the Dreamcast in the 2000s. It's a single-player action-adventure game, hip-hop cultural, graffiti, cel-shaded art style. You're grinding on rails with using rollerblades, doing tricks, you're fighting bosses. It's a very stylized game. And what was interesting, I didn't know this, the game got ported over to the GBA, also known as the Game Boy Advance. Did not know that. And then, of course, it was on the original Xbox as well. I don't have the original Dreamcast version. I wish I did. I don't even have the Dreamcast anymore, which I wish I still did. Childhood console. And, of course, it was on the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, and many others as a remaster, which I didn't know that had happened. But, yeah, this... Please let me know down in the comments if you played Jet Set Radio in the past, or you discovered Jet Set Radio because you heard about Bomb Rush Cyberfunk and that's what you've been playing, and then you heard about Jet Set Radio. I would love to know down in the comments down below. Found a trailer for the original Jet Set Radio game, so you can have a look at what it looks like. Very short trailer, but it should be enough. But yes, it's like very cel shaded, very colorful, full of graffiti and stuff, which is very awesome. And the way that it looks, it's just amazing. Just like I said, if you've been playing Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, then you know exactly what this game looks like already, because you've probably already heard about it through that game. But I would just love to know down in the comments about this game. Are you excited about any of these games in this video? But the original game on the Dreamcast was released back in 2000, if you didn't already know. Here's a game I've never played before, but I've seen people play it. The next one is Shinobi. You play as a ninja. This is a action hack and slash game series. The first game was originally released in 1987 for the arcades, which I like to call them coin poppers. But nowadays, we have our own homemade or at-home arcades now called 1-ups. You don't have to put coins in them anymore if you don't want to, even though they have a cosmetic that you can put on the arcade to look like you can insert a coin, but it doesn't actually take it anymore. Then, if you are a fan of Shinobi, then you already know why this series is loved so much. I never played any of them. There's been several sequels. Now, the original has been ported over to the Amiga, which I've never played at before, the Atari the Commodore 64, and many others. Like I said, it was followed by many sequels on many platforms like the PlayStation 2. Shinobi 3 is loved by fans, and also later on, Shinobi got ported over to like the 3DS, known as Shinobi 3D. So, yeah, and it kind of looks like all these games that are being revived by Sega are going to be remakes. And like I said, we're going to be checking out the montage trailer later on in this video. But it's just so amazing these games are coming back, and Sega is doing it. Next is, of course, some gameplay. This is the only trailer that I can really find on the original Shinobi, or what the original games even look like when it comes to any of them in general. So you can see the little bit of a gameplay right there through the years on the screen. So it'll give you an idea of what Shinobi plays like. And of course in this trailer you will see the 3D port on the 3DS as well. Yep, there it is. So it gives you more of an idea of what the gameplay looks like, because the 3D version on the 3DS looks like it plays exactly like the originals. So yeah, I would love to know down in the comments which of the Shinobi games is your favorite. Have you played any of them? I would just love to know down in the comments about Shinobi, because I've never played it before. Next is a series that I've only ever played through this collection. It's on the very back, that game picture right there. Golden Axe is also coming back as well. Now, Golden Axe is a side-scrolling beat 'em ups. It's like a fantasy, like not necessarily Viking, but it's almost like a Viking style characters set in a strange prehistoric style world. The original was released for the arcades in 1989. And there were many sequels that followed. The latest one was released in 2008, which is titled Golden Axe Beast Rider for the Xbox 360 and PS3, which that version was a hack and slash, and the originals were like basically side-scrolling beat 'em ups. And there were several also spin-off titles as well. And those spin-off titles were like fighting games and stuff like that, action-adventure games. And the series in 2020, which I didn't know about this, it tried to come back as a reboot, and they released it as a prototype. It was also released on Steam, which got taken down. It's no longer on there no more, because the fans hated on it so much, and they just like erased it from history. So that didn't work out at all, and it's now coming back. I believe this is a trailer for the PSP, but this will hopefully give you an idea of what Golden Axe looks like. Yeah, the updated remake version definitely looks more modern compared to this version, but I like my retro games, so graphics like this don't bother me at all, and I really enjoy going back and playing these. Now for Streets of Rage. Now this is a side-scrolling beat 'em ups. The original game, the very first one, was released in 1991. I was 1 year old when that one came out, for the Sega Genesis, the Mega Drive, the Master System, the Game Gear, and it was also released for the arcades as well. Now, also in this series, you can play as multiple different characters, so that's always great where you can have a choice of different characters to play as in a game. Now, this game series, in my opinion, is also not known just for the beat 'em up aspect to the gameplay, but also the music. The music is amazing. And I also didn't know this. They had this special move in the first Streets of Rage game that basically was almost like a shinobi style special attack, which I've never played shinobi before, like I had mentioned. But yeah, in Streets of Rage 2, they had 90s club influenced music. It's just so fantastic. I enjoy 90s music, 80s music, stuff like that. It's just my favorite. And of course, we had a new Streets of Rage game that right here is the fourth one on Switch and Xbox One and PS4 and all that stuff. But also, if you want to play through all three of the originals, is also included. Right there's a picture of it, of the first Streets of Rage, I believe. No, it's actually Streets of Rage 2, actually, in this collection as well. So, I would love to know, have you ever played Streets of Rage? Or maybe you've played the fourth one and that's how you found out the series. I would love to know. That classic Sega logo is always nice to see that. And the rings from Sonic. Oh, it's just amazing. But here you go. This is the original Streets of Rage. So that gives you a real good look about what this game looks like. Has some technical problems, but I got it fixed now. But here we go. Was the original Streets of Rage. I just love the graphics. It's going to be kind of hard to hear the music in the background of the game. But this game is amazing. I especially love going back to the original three games and just playing them. Now the fourth one is more modern, which is great, but I just enjoy playing the retro games. They're just so much fun going back to. The art style and the way that they play is just, that's what I enjoy doing. I mean, the retro games are just fantastic in my opinion. But yeah, Streets of Rage. Oh man, this is such a fun series to play. Awesome beat 'em ups. Oh man, it's so good. Next game and the last game. And also, there also might be more games that Sega might be doing as well. But we only have these 5 confirmed games. And this one is Crazy Taxi. And I tell you, you play as a crazy driving taxi driver. I mean, he's off the road, going from street to street, crossing over, not even worry about signs and stuff. It don't matter to the driver. You just go from all over the place. This game is insane. You can pick up passengers. You can deliver them. I haven't played this game in a long time. But this is amazing that Crazy Taxi is coming back. It's pretty much a racing game, but it's also more than that. The original game was released in the arcades in 1999. Then it got released to the Dreamcast, so you got to play it at home with the Dreamcast. If you didn't know, the Dreamcast is a console that plays on disc. Basically, like the PlayStation and all that stuff. Alright, and this game was the 3rd best-selling Dreamcast game for that console, which was pretty good in my opinion. There were also sequels to the game, which I've only played the original. I never played the sequels. So we had like Crazy Taxi 2 and Crazy Taxi 3 and some more. The latest entry in the series, which I didn't know there was a latest one, but it appears to be different. This one is called Crazy Taxi Tycoon. And Tycoon makes me sound like it plays like one of those Tycoon games. Like the Roller Coaster Tycoon. From that title, makes me sound like this is not a game I'm not going to be interested in playing. And Crazy Taxi Tycoon was released on the iOS and Android in 2017. But this new remake is looking like it's going back to the original 3 games. Alright, here we go with Crazy Taxi. What I'm saying, he's just going all over the place. It doesn't matter. Going off-road, all over the streets, and plus you can play as multiple different characters, which I did not remember that. It's been a while since I've played this game. I actually have a physical copy on PS2, which I am going to be showing that off as soon as this is over. But yeah, look at this. I mean, you're jumping, you're just going all over this place. So Crazy Taxi fits the title for this game. I mean, it's just crazy. Like I said, just because why not? Here's my physical copy of Crazy Taxi on the PS2. Now we're going to be checking out the montage trailer that was at the Game Awards 2023. Alright, here we go. It's going to be hard for me to pause it on each of the games, so hopefully you will get a good idea about each of these games. Hopefully you can recognize them too. From what I had previously showed you from the original games of the original gameplay.
Really? Of course I did.
But yeah, there's Jet Set Radio looking much better in HD. That's supposed to be Streets of Rage right there. That's also Shinobi. There's Golden Axe, but he's carrying an axe. And then there's Crazy Taxi looking in HD. In development now. So yeah. Oh yeah. And when that guy did the Sega, that's a definitely callback to what Sega used to do all the time with their games in their commercials and stuff like that. That was very cool that they did that. But yeah, please let me know down in the comments, are you excited for these? Sega is reviving these games and bringing them back. And just imagine what others that they could be bringing back next, because they're supposed to be doing more, but these are the only 5 ones that we know about as of right now. Please let me know down in the comments, are you excited about these? I know I am. This is amazing. Can't wait to get some more information on each of these games. Alright, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, bye.